terms of our beliefs is that there's always possibilities. There's always ways to deal with illness. We don't have all the answers. And I'd like to apologise on behalf of the medical community for what they've done. One of the things that I've always said, even growing up, was that there's something not quite right about the water. I always said that. And it was when Mark Tan actually showed me, or introduced me to someone who showed me the demo, that it all suddenly fell into place. I suddenly realised that this is something very, very important. This is actually something that's going to be very beneficial. So the first thing I did was I actually went out and I bought as many machines as I could. I actually bought 3. I bought the SD501, I bought the Leveluke, and I also bought the Inespa, which you haven't heard much about. And the reason being is because when you have a shower, it's equivalent to drinking 5 glasses of water. So you can imagine, when you take a tap, you drink water from the tap, when you're having a shower, you're actually absorbing that. So Inespa is another thing that I have in my house, and I've experienced huge benefits. I mean, when you have a shower, you feel invigorated. So I definitely encourage you all, if you get a chance, to try that out. The other thing I'd like to say is that this was introduced to me in June, I think it was, 2 years ago. And being in London, one of the things, I'm also a Muslim, one of the things that we have a disadvantage of is that we don't live near the equator. So our Ramadan days start from 2 in the morning and finishes at 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the evening. So you can imagine you have to fast for all that period of time. And a lot of brothers and sisters found it very difficult. Not me. Because when I started to drink this Kangen water, one of the huge benefits I found is that I was hydrated throughout the whole day. So I would definitely recommend. And I'd like to end up by saying one thing. We heard a testimonial from, I forgot his name, the one who was talking about his grandfather. What's his name? Thomas. Thomas, that's it, right. Well, my grandfather, he used to be an avid reader of the Quran. And one of the things he did is he wrote an inscription on the side of our wall in Pakistan, which is where my father grew up. And that inscription said, فَبِأَيِّ إِلَّهِ رَبِّكَ مَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. And for all the non-Muslims out there, what that means is, which of Allah's favours do you deny? Which of Allah's favours do you deny? And I have to say, Kangen water is one of the greatest gifts Allah has given us. So what I'd like to do now, thank you very much for listening to my testimonial. What I'd like to do is just hand over to my friend Mark Tan, because he has something else he'd like to say.
Right. Thank you.